Okay guys, let's talk about nail prep because it is one of the most important, if not the most important part about making sure that your Jamberry products are put on correctly and stay on for as long as you want them to. So these tools were game changers for me. The first one is this one. It's a cuticle remover. All right, I prefer Sally Hansen. This is about $5 to $6 at Walmart, Target. It's awesome. I also use, and you don't have to do this, but a lot of people like to clip their cuticles. I am terrible at it. So I use one of these little cuticle trimmers and a cuticle pusher. You can use a metal one, a wooden one, whatever works. Here is our Jamberry cuticle remover pen. It's got a brush at the end and the cuticle remover inside. You simply twist and it releases it and you brush it on. Shockingly, this is the only non-Jamberry product that I prefer over a Jamberry product is the Sally Hansen. And it's not just because it's cheaper, it's just I like the texture of it and I think it works great, so I'm not gonna change it. This is what you need. So we start out with this. I have removed my wraps last night and I'm going to nail prep. So let's get going. All right, what I will do is I will shake this bottle up and simply apply it in a horseshoe pattern around the sides of my nail and the cuticle. So I will do this. This is going to remove all the dead skin and the dead cuticle, not the stuff that's living and healthy, just the dead stuff. All right, so I have applied it. I usually let this soak on for about 30 seconds to a minute. And then I will start pushing my cuticles back. Okay, I have let this soak in for about a minute, and what I'm gonna start doing right now is pushing back my cuticle and also pushing back any dead skin that has kind of grown over the top of my nail or on the sides of my nail. Invisible cuticle is found only when you scrape your nail and you kind of notice some white flaky stuff coming out. That is impossible, almost impossible to see if you're just looking at your nail, but that's why they call it an invisible cuticle. So before I knew about cuticle remover, what I thought would be pushing back my cuticles and they would be off my nail, and then I would apply my wraps. And what I found out was my wraps would either start coming off or not be on as long as I would want them to, or not completely adhere to the sides and bottom of my nail. I was like, what the heck is going on? And then one of my upline girls told me about invisible cuticle and how it has changed her application. So I went and got some of the Sally Hansen stuff and boom, it's a game changer. So you think you're pushing back your cuticles, but the invisible cuticle that grows over the top of your nail isn't off. It's still on there. And the only way, like I said, the only way you can find it is if you take one of these cuticle pushers and start kind of pushing back like up higher and up, up higher on the sides and the ends, and you will start seeing little white flaky stuff kind of pop up. That is invisible cuticle. And what this stuff does, the cuticle remover, is it dissolves it. And so it's just kind of easier to get off. And if you can see, I've got some on the end of my cuticle pusher. So I'll just wipe that off. And you can see if I zoom in really close, like on this nail, you can see if I zoom in, if it will focus. See if I can get it to focus. There we go. You want a really clean nail, and you can see that this is getting junk off my nail. And I think that's why I like this Sally Hansen stuff so much, because you can see better the stuff you're getting off your nail. So that's what I've removed from my nail. Because you want nothing, you want your wraps going on nothing but clean nails. So I've washed off my nails and wiped them dry. And here's what they look like. Now, some people, you can leave this. You can leave this. Some people cannot trim their cuticles, like it grosses them out. This is dead skin. This is the stuff that I pushed back off my nail. So I will take my cuticle trimmer, and like I said, you don't have to do this, but I like mine to look really clean. So I will take my cuticle trimmer and I'll just go around and trim off, as you can see, I just trim off this dead skin, okay? And yes, there's a learning curve with these. I have only cut myself, I think twice. I've nicked myself. But these are way more accurate than, say, to me. These, like I cannot use these. I just can't do it. This is easier and more accurate to me. So you see I've got this dead skin that I've pushed back and this dead cuticle, and I just go through and I clean this up. Some of my, you know, I take pictures of, because I'm a consultant, I take pictures of my nails when I apply Jamberry, and I don't want this stuff in my picture. I don't want the dead cuticle in my picture. And sometimes I don't have much. Some people grow way more invisible cuticle than others. Specifically kids, the cuticle remover is a must-have with kids. When you apply them to their nails, it's a must-have, because they have a lot of invisible cuticle that they grew up, because their nails are really healthy because they're younger and they've got oily, healthy nail beds. Let's see, and I'll get little pieces of skin that have peeled up like that. I'll snip that off with these. But yeah, I'll go through and just kind of clean up. Like I said, if this stuff was alive, I would be bleeding. This is dead stuff. All right. Okay, so I have trimmed mine up. I have removed most of the dead skin. That doesn't take long. And so now my nails look much better, and my cuticles are off my nail completely, and my nails are clean. All right, after I have soaked my nails with this cuticle remover, pushed back my cuticles off my nails and made sure I got all the invisible cuticle, and trimmed my cuticles with a cuticle trimmer, the last thing I do before I apply my wraps is alcohol wipe. It gets all the oils off your nail so that it's completely clean and ready for wrap application. So I will go around and make sure that my nails are wiped off completely. It also gets any bacteria or anything that you've gotten on your nail. All right, now I am ready to apply my wraps or gel.